It's March 17th, 1521. The sun beats down on the shores of Homenhon Island as Ferdinand Magellan and his weary crew set foot on unfamiliar soil. Little did they know, this encounter would set off a chain of events that would shape the Philippines as we know it today. Their journey soon led them to Limasawa, where history unfolded with the first ever Catholic Mass celebrated on Philippine soil. A solemn moment that marked the beginning of profound cultural and religious changes across the archipelago. This is often hailed as the start of the country's recorded history. But hold on, was it really the beginning? Long before Magellan's fleet arrived, the islands were alive with vibrant communities, thriving trade networks, and rich traditions. The Philippines was no blank slate waiting to be discovered. It was already a flourishing civilization. In fact, calling Magellan the discoverer of the Philippines misses the point entirely. He merely arrived at the shores of a land brimming with life and culture. Digging deeper into history, the story stretches even further back, 709,000 years back. To be precise, on the island of Luzon, archaeologists unearthed ancient rhinoceros bones with clear signs of butchery, along with stone tools. This evidence revealed a timeline far older than most of us could have imagined, shattering the myth of a primitive and unsophisticated past. When the Spanish colonizers stepped onto these islands, they didn't meet an uncultured, isolated people. Instead, they were greeted by native chieftains dressed in silk, their bearing regal and dignified, embodying a sophisticated society that had long been established. One remarkable artifact, the Laguna copperplate inscription, serves as a testament to this. It's a legal document etched onto copper, showcasing the literacy and organizational prowess of pre-colonial Filipinos. Sadly, much of this rich pre-colonial history was lost. The Spanish colonizers, driven by fervent religious zeal, systematically destroyed records that didn't align with their agenda, erasing countless stories of the island's past. Our understanding of the Philippines' rich and ancient history before the arrival of foreign explorers is, sadly, fragmented. Much of what we know relies on accounts from other nations that once interacted with this fascinating archipelago. Fast forward to today, the Philippines has evolved into a global treasure, its importance far exceeding what many might initially expect. Picture this: a vibrant tropical paradise at the very heart of Southeast Asia, teeming with life. The Philippines is a biodiversity wonderland, home to an incredible variety of unique wildlife and lush vegetation found nowhere else on Earth. But its importance doesn't stop at nature's splendor. This nation is a strategic linchpin, bridging the East and West, and playing an undeniable role in global trade and geopolitics. Imagine this: the waters surrounding the Philippines command the flow of nearly 2/3 of the world's maritime commerce. Every day, ships carrying cutting-edge technology and vital energy resources traverse these seas. This pivotal position places the Philippines at the very core of global shipping routes, granting it immense influence over international trade dynamics and making it a major player on the world stage. But the transformation of the Philippines is nothing short of remarkable. Once dismissed by Spanish explorers as an uncivilized land, it has risen to become a formidable force in the global arena. And yet, its significance doesn't end there. The Philippines has also unlocked secrets of humanity's ancient past, reshaping how we understand history itself. In 2007, inside the shadowy depths of Callao Cave in Cagayan, Philippines, archaeologists discovered something small, yet utterly transformative: a single human foot bone. At first glance, it seemed like just another relic of the past. But when they employed uranium series dating, the results were jaw-dropping. This bone was 67,000 years old. This discovery didn't just push the boundaries of Philippine history, it shattered them. Before Kalao Man, the oldest known human remains in the country, were those of Oton Man, dated at 50,000 years. But here was proof that humans had been in the Philippines far earlier than anyone thought. And these weren't just wanderers. Scholars believe that Kalao Man, later named Homo luzonensis, likely traveled from Indonesia, navigating treacherous seas on rafts. Pause for a moment. Imagine the courage, ingenuity, and adaptability it would take for ancient humans to brave vast oceans. This wasn't just survival, it was an act of exploration, a bold claim on new lands long before such feats were thought possible. And Homo luzonensis was no ordinary species. Standing under 4 feet tall, they were small but mighty. Agile in the treetops and capable on the ground, they adapted to their environment with skill. Their existence alongside other early humans, such as Neanderthals and Homo sapiens, reveals a world where evolutionary diversity flourished. Yet the story deepens. Near Callao Man's remains, archaeologists found bones of deer and boar with telltale cut marks, evidence of a hunting life. But oddly, no tools were discovered. How did they hunt? Were their tools made of perishable materials, or were their methods more advanced than we've yet to understand? The discovery of Kalao Man is more than just an ancient mystery. It's a turning point in our understanding of evolution. It reveals a far more intricate story than we once believed, showing that human ancestors were incredibly diverse, capable, and resourceful. Imagine a place so rich in gold and treasures that its name has become the stuff of legend, a land whispered about in ancient texts, sought after by kings, and still debated by scholars today. This is the mystery of the Land of Ophir, a tantalizing enigma in the world of biblical archaeology. For centuries, people have wondered, where was this fabled land that supplied King Solomon with unimaginable wealth? Many theories have been proposed, but one stands out. Could Ophir actually be the Philippines? The Bible paints Ophir as a land of extraordinary riches. When King David began preparations for the grand temple of the Lord, he sourced only the finest materials, gold and rare wood from Ophir, to reflect its divine sanctity. Later, King Solomon, with the help of Hiram, the king of Tyre, orchestrated massive expeditions to Ophir. These voyages brought back staggering amounts of gold and treasures, contributing to Solomon's unmatched wealth and solidifying his legend. Here's where it gets fascinating. Historians believe these trips weren't one-off missions. Instead, Solomon's fleets are thought to have ventured to Ophir every 3 years, meticulously planning each expedition to harvest its treasures. The Philippines, with its abundant natural resources and strategic location, fits seamlessly into this narrative. A remarkable clue comes from the Colección General de Documentos Relativos a las Islas Filipinas, a collection of documents from Spain. Among them, document number 98, covering the years 1519 to 1522, provides a detailed maritime route to Ophir. The journey began at the Cape of Good Hope in Africa, winding through India, Burma, Sumatra, the Moluccas, Borneo, and Sulu, before finally reaching Ophir, described as being near the Pacific Ocean. But there's more. Along the way, explorers often detoured to places like Taiwan and Polynesia to gather precious stones and goods, further adding to the legend of Ophir's unmatched wealth. The land was said to be opposite China, surrounded by islands where traders from the Moluccas, China, and other regions gathered, painting a vivid picture of a bustling, prosperous hub of commerce. Could the Philippines truly be the Land of Ophir? The idea is both thrilling and plausible, given its rich natural resources and its position at the crossroads of ancient trade routes. If true, it would mean that the Philippines not only played a pivotal role in ancient history, but was also a land of immense significance long before its documented colonial past. Imagine a cluster of islands that perfectly matches the description of Ophir, an ancient land rich in gold and silver, mentioned in Spanish historical accounts. While places like Japan and Taiwan didn't align with the criteria, all signs point to the present-day Philippines. Adding to this mystery, historical records tell of the Liquios, believed by some to be of Phoenician origin, who frequently visited the Philippines in search of precious metals. One theory even places Ophir on the Pacific side of Samar Island. Let's journey now to Batanes, one of the Philippines' most stunning island provinces, perched at the northernmost tip of the country. It may be the smallest in both population and size, but its rugged beauty hides a rich and fascinating history that stretches back some 4,000 years. Here, nestled within the island's dramatic mountainous landscape, lie ancient pre-colonial fortifications, mountain castles, if you will, known locally as Ijung. These impressive structures, carved directly into the rocky terrain by the pre-Hispanic Ivatan people, served as protective strongholds and embody the resilience of Austronesian cultures. The Ijung functioned much like European castles, standing as defensive bastions against raiders and neighboring clans. But unlike the stone towers of medieval Europe, these fortresses blended seamlessly into the natural contours of the land. Perched high above the ground, the Ivatans used their elevated position to their advantage, hurling stones down on attackers during battles. Beyond defense, these stone structures offered shelter from the harsh tropical weather, a crucial feature on an island constantly at the mercy of typhoons. Life around the Ijung was as practical as it was ingenious. Surrounding terraces served as farmlands, where the Ivatans cultivated sweet potatoes and other crops vital for survival. Evidence of their vibrant community can still be found in the artifacts they left behind. Earthenware vessels, glass beads, jar burials, and intricate ceramics, hinting at a sophisticated culture that thrived for centuries. Even after Spanish forces, led by Governor-General José Basco y Vargas, brought Batanes under colonial rule, the resilient Ivatan people continued to inhabit their Ijung. It wasn't until the late 1790s, driven by new taxation policies and the spread of Christianity, that these mountain fortresses were gradually abandoned. The winds of religious transformation swept through villages, compelling many to abandon their ancient citadels and traditions. Among the remnants of these bygone eras lies one of the Philippines' most fascinating archaeological discoveries, the Oton Death Mask. Unearthed in 1967 in Oton, Iloilo, this stunning artifact stands as a testament to the artistry and spiritual beliefs of the early Bisayans, dating back to the late 14th to early 15th century. But what exactly is this mask, and why was it created? Historians believe it was an essential element of early Bisayan burial customs. The mask, made of radiant gold, covered the eyes, nose, and mouth of the deceased, serving as a protective shield against malevolent spirits that might seek to inhabit the body. The brilliance of gold, thought to repel these dark forces, was not just practical. It symbolized the high social standing of the individual it adorned. For the elite, burial was a golden affair. Along with masks, the deceased were often interred with other gold adornments, jewelry, beads, and even small gold pieces woven into their burial shrouds. Ceramics and other prized possessions accompanied them on their journey to the afterlife. This tradition of gilded burial practices spans an incredible 1,700 years, with similar customs found in neighboring cultures in Indonesia and Vietnam, highlighting a shared cultural thread that stretches across the region. Now let's step even further back in time, tens of thousands of years ago, to uncover the ingenuity of our ancestors in a different realm. Basket weaving, a skill so deeply ingrained in Filipino culture, traces its origins to a remarkable legacy of craftsmanship. On Palawan Island, within the ancient Taban Cave, archaeologists unearthed evidence of this craft dating back an astounding 39,000 to 33,000 years. Imagine our ancestors delicately weaving organic materials to create tools as functional as they were innovative. Baskets, traps, and possibly even the first boats. The mastery of fiber technology didn't stop at baskets. It extended to the creation of ropes, which became vital to survival and progress. These ropes helped build shelters, enabled the crafting of sailboats, powered hunting bows, and brought together composite objects. For ancient civilizations, plant fibers provided strength and flexibility, forming the backbone of textiles and cordage in ways that mirrored the resourcefulness of modern communities. Yet, despite their ingenuity, these artifacts rarely survive the test of time. The humid tropics often erase plant-based creations from the archaeological record, leaving behind only fleeting traces of a vibrant past. But the legacy of these crafts endures, woven into the culture, ingenuity, and resilience of the Filipino people. The technological brilliance of prehistoric plant-based innovations often slips through the cracks of modern science. That's why a discovery like this is so groundbreaking. It offers a rare glimpse into the ingenuity of prehistoric communities in Southeast Asia, dating back an astonishing 39,000 years. Unearthed in Taban Cave, these ancient stone tools carry a story told through microscopic wear and tear, revealing their use in crafting plant fibers. Imagine this: prehistoric people working with bamboo and palm, transforming tough, rigid stems into flexible fibers. These fibers weren't just practical, they were essential for weaving, tying, and building tools that would shape their world. Even today, indigenous communities in the Philippines keep these techniques alive, using similar tools to process plant materials for everyday needs. To truly understand this connection, researchers didn't just study the tools, they recreated the process. By experimenting with plant processing methods, they identified distinct microscopic damage patterns on modern stone tools. And when they compared those patterns to the ancient artifacts from Taban Cave, the results were remarkable. The same telltale marks were found, providing clear evidence of continuity between ancient and modern techniques. This discovery is more than just a glimpse into the past. It's a thread that connects generations, highlighting the Philippines' deep-rooted legacy as a cradle of innovation and creativity. As new discoveries emerge, they weave an ever-richer tapestry of the nation's history, revealing its role as a vital keeper of human heritage. But what do you think about this incredible story? If you enjoyed it, be sure to share your thoughts, like this video, and subscribe for more fascinating journeys into the past. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.